For the next 15 minutes, I want to invite you to take a fresh look at your home. This presentation will explain how you can check your home for the most common health and safety hazards, along with tips on simple, low-cost ways you can reduce these risks. I'm Don Ryan with Rebuilding Together Arlington, Fairfax Falls Church. We make critical home repairs at no charge for low-income homeowners. Over the past 10 years, I've checked more than 400 Northern Virginia homes for health and safety hazards, and I've boiled down the lessons learned to offer 15 healthy home tips for every homeowner. We all care greatly about health and safety hazards in our homes at one point in time, when we are buying our house. We hire a home inspector to check out every system, every inch of the house, and we press to have the problems identified fixed. But once the home is ours, we tend to relax. We do some maintenance every year, and when something breaks, we get it fixed. But most of us never think twice about health and safety hazards our homes may pose. The truth is that our homes are complex systems. The way that air, heat, and moisture move is complicated, and every home is unique. And most have little quirks, which present lots of opportunities for things to go wrong. The science makes clear how directly our homes affect our health, causing illnesses and injuries that add billions of dollars to healthcare cost. Older homes and those that are poorly maintained typically pose greater hazards. Most falls happen at home due to known hazards. 1/3 of all seniors falls each year, and falls account for 95% of hip fractures. Our homes also play a big role in asthma, which affects 25 million Americans. These 6 factors in our homes are all confirmed asthma triggers, and they also cause other respiratory problems such as allergies, COPD, and frequent colds and sinus infections. Most asthma triggers are related to moisture problems. In fact, moisture is the root cause of a host of health and safety hazards in our homes, in addition to structural damage. The good news is that most of these hazards are easy to identify if you know what clues to look for, and most can be corrected by relatively simple, low-cost repairs. These 15 healthy home tips will help the average homeowner identify the most common hazards, along with simple ways you can reduce most of these risks. We'll start with your clothes dryer, because clogged dryer vents are the leading cause of fire as well as a major moisture problem. It's easy to check your dryer for hazards. First, turn it on, and then go outside to check whether your flapper has strong airflow. If it doesn't, you have a problem that demands attention. If the clog is at your flapper, you may be able to remove that yourself. If it's deeper in the duct, you'll probably need to call a handyman. If your flapper is cheap plastic, like the one shown on the left, consider upgrading that to a premium dryer vent. Then check what kind of duct runs from your dryer to the outside. Flimsy white plastic, number 1, and foil accordion duct, number 3, each pose a much greater risk of lint clogs and fire. You should replace these with a safer material. Rigid metal ducting, number 2, is best, especially for long runs. Healthy home tip number 2. Wait for a rainy day, grab an umbrella, and walk around your home to see how your gutters and downspouts are working. Check for gutters that are spilling over and whether water is running freely from your downspouts. If your gutters and downspouts are undersized, such as a 2-inch by 3-inch downspout, consider upgrading to a larger size. It'll be a good investment to prevent future clogs and moisture problems. And check for water puddling around your foundation. You may need to do some grading so the ground slopes away from the foundation, at least 1/2 inch per foot for the first 4 or 5 feet. There are multiple options for diverting downspout runoff further away from your home. You may want to consider extending your downspout by burying a drainage pipe and installing a pop-up emitter. These are installed at ground level so you can mow right over it. My third tip is to make sure you have a working smoke detector on every floor. And if you have any gas appliances or an attached garage, you also need a carbon monoxide detector on every level. These are now available with 10-year batteries, which avoids the need to change batteries twice a year. Tip number 4 is having a fire extinguisher easily accessible in your kitchen, ideally one that's mounted where it's visible and easy for everyone to reach. Healthy home tip number 5 is to check your gas furnace and water heater flues, which take poisonous carbon monoxide out of your home. Check for rust on top of your water heater, which is a sign that combustion gases are backdrafting. If your flue has a break or a gap, call a professional immediately. Tip number 6 is to make sure your hot water doesn't exceed 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Setting back your water heater temperature will reduce the risk of scalding as well as save energy. Tip number 7 is to change your furnace filter at least once every 3 months, preferably every 2 months, with a high-quality filter that captures finer particles. And check the slot where your filter goes. If it's open, like the photo on the right, air is bypassing your filter and defeating its purpose. You can solve this problem for less than $10 with Filter Lock, 2 plastic sleeves with magnets on each side to seal that gap. Tip number 8 is checking to make sure bathroom and kitchen exhaust fans are working. Their primary purpose is to remove moisture because excessive moisture can lead to mold and mildew. Your fan should be pulling enough air to hold up a piece of 2-ply toilet paper. Experts refer to this as the Charmin Test. Tip number 9 is brighter lighting, which we all need as we age. A new generation of solid-state LED fixtures use much less energy, have no bulbs to burn out, and provide a soft, warm light. These fixtures cost between $30 and $50 a piece, a great way to give your home a new look. Tip number 10 is to check your attic hatch for air leaks. This is the #1 cause of hot air loss and can save you $50 to $100 a year in heating bills, as well as reducing drafts to make your home feel warmer. Narrow weather stripping around the perimeter is probably all you'll need for a good seal, or you can buy an insulation tent to cover the opening in the attic to stop heat loss. Healthy Home Tip 11 also focuses on air sealing. On a warm, nice day, walk around your home and take a hard look for gaps, cracks, and holes in your foundation, brick face, and siding. It's simple to seal these openings with mortar or caulk. Pay special attention to where holes have been cut to run pipes, cables, and wires into your home. Healthy Home Tip number 12 is to keep ivy, shrubs, and debris away from your home. Doing so will avoid moisture problems, discourage pests, and prevent structural damage. Tip number 13, if you have a finicky electric outlet or circuit, get it fixed. An electric receptacle that works on and off probably has a loose wire, which can arc and spark and cause a fire. Here's a toss-up question for my next tip. What's the greatest source of allergens in most older homes? Ratty old wall-to-wall carpeting really is bad news. It's a reservoir for a host of asthma triggers, allergens, and toxics, such as pesticide residue and lead dust. So, Healthy Home Tip 14 calls for replacing old carpeting, preferably with a smooth and cleanable surface, such as hardwood, laminate, or tile. It's a great investment in your health as well as your home. Healthy Home Tip 15 comes at the request of emergency responders and firefighters to make sure your house numbers are easily visible from the street. Now I want to shift gears to cover some modifications our homes may need as we age to address our increased risk of falls. Don't wait until you break a hip to install grab bars in your bathtub or shower. Universal design principles embrace grab bars as standard features for all homes, and you can find stylish, multi-purpose grab bars such as those that double as a towel bar or shower caddy. If you have an old, low toilet, consider replacing it with a comfort height model. You'll be surprised at what a difference an inch or two makes for those with creaky hips and knees. And consider installing handrails on both sides of your stairs. Rebuilding Together's clients value this relatively simple modification above all others. You may also want to consider contrast edge strips on your stair treads, which can assist those with vision and balance problems. Small rugs that slip and slide often cause falls. You can correct this risk for less than $5 with a non-slip pad. In many homes, the step at the front door is too high due to settling of the stoop or front porch. A half step offers an easy, inexpensive solution. Here's a half step in combination with an iron handrail for additional support. If you're interested in other ideas to make aging in place in your home easier and safer, AARP's Home Fit Guide is a great resource, which you can download from AARP's website. That wraps up my tips for healthy homes and modifications to age in place. What's on your list to make your home safer and healthier? Please don't forget about your clothes dryer, and feel free to give me a call if you have any questions. Now I'd like to introduce you to Rebuilding Together in the hope that you may know someone who could use our help. We've been helping homeowners who need critical home repairs in Arlington and Fairfax counties for more than 30 years. We make repairs and modifications at no charge to low-income homeowners. Our clients are overwhelmingly seniors, and most have some disability. We also help other nonprofits whose facilities need repair or updating. To qualify for Rebuilding Together's free repairs, one must own and live in your home and have an income below 80% of the area median. There's no asset test. Each year, we partner with about 50 organizations, enlist the help of more than 1,000 volunteers, and we complete repairs to about 100 homes. Our goal is to make each home safe and healthy, and we take that seriously with a systematic assessment, a detailed statement of work, high-quality repairs, and consistent metrics to track results. Our signature event is National Rebuilding Day, the last weekend in April, when about 25 organizations each adopt a home and muster a team of their own employees or volunteers to make repairs. But we work year-round, especially to help seniors age in place through Rebuilding Together Express, in which a small team of skilled volunteers works about half a day, typically spending about $500 for materials. These 6 volunteers lead our Rebuilding Together Express teams that focus on whatever each home and homeowner needs: fall safety, fire safety, moisture and ventilation, and simple energy upgrades. We've developed a new specialty in stair lifts, which are donated to Rebuilding Together and can be life-changing for those who can't navigate stairs. And we build ramps, which enable wheelchair users to leave their home and access the world. To wrap up, I want to encourage you once again to take a hard look at how you can make your own home safer and healthier. If you qualify for Rebuilding Together's help, please apply. And please think about friends or neighbors who could use our help. Also, consider whether your company, small business, civic, or faith-based organization might sponsor a Rebuilding Together project. And if you have handyman or remodeling skills, we'd love to put you to work as a volunteer. Our volunteers get a big kick out of learning from each other and helping neighbors in need. Here's Rebuilding Together's contact information and my phone and email address. I'm happy to answer your questions.